I broke my sick daughter's charity headphones out of ego while she was fighting for her life in the hospital, just to prove a point after an argument with my ex. She left at 18, cut me off forever, and built a happy, successful life where I no longer exist. My delusional daughter got charity headphones at her hospital. I broke them and threw them away for humiliating me in front of my ex. I refused to replace them and demanded she come back to my house and get punished like a good girl. It's been 4 years, she never came back, and I'm regretting my actions. I'm writing this from my empty house where my daughter hasn't visited in 4 years. She's 21 now. Lives independently. Won't return my calls. Won't see me. Won't forgive me for what I did when she was 17 and fighting for her life. I destroyed the one thing that brought her comfort during the worst time of her life. Over my pride. Over my ego. Over being embarrassed in front of my ex-husband. And I lost her forever. Her name is Chloe. 21 now. 17 when this happened. My only child. My daughter who I thought was being dramatic. Attention-seeking. Faking illness for sympathy. I was wrong. About everything. Chloe's father and I divorced when she was 8. Messy divorce. Ugly custody battle. I got primary custody. He got weekends and holidays. But Chloe always preferred him. Always wanted to go to his house. Always chose him over me. It drove me crazy. I was her mother. I raised her. Fed her. Clothed her. Sacrificed for her. And she loved him more. The weekend dad. The fun parent. The one who didn't enforce rules. Why do you like Dad's house more than mine? I'd ask. Because Dad doesn't yell at me all the time. I don't yell at you. I discipline you. That's what parents do. You yell. All the time. About everything. Because you don't listen. If you listened the first time, I wouldn't have to yell. But I did yell. A lot. About grades. About chores. About attitude. About everything. Because Chloe was difficult. Moody. Dramatic. Always complaining about something. My head hurts. Take Tylenol. My stomach hurts. You probably ate too fast. I'm tired all the time. You're a teenager. Teenagers are always tired. Every complaint. Every concern. I dismissed. Because Chloe was dramatic. Always had been. When she was 17, junior year, the complaints got worse. Mom, something's really wrong. I can't keep food down. I'm losing weight. I'm exhausted. You're stressed about school. It's junior year. Everyone's stressed. This is different. I think I need to see a doctor. We'll see. If it doesn't get better in a few weeks. It didn't get better. It got worse. Chloe lost 15 pounds in a month. Stopped going to school. Could barely get out of bed. Mom, please. Something's really wrong. I need help. You're being dramatic. You need to push through. Mind over matter. I can't push through. I'm throwing up blood. That finally scared me. Took her to urgent care. They ran tests. Sent us to the ER immediately. Your daughter is severely ill. We're admitting her. Running more tests. You need to call her father. What's wrong with her? We don't know yet. But it's serious. I called Henry. My ex-husband. Chloe's in the hospital. They're running tests. You should come. I'll be there in an hour. What happened? I don't know. She's been complaining for weeks. I thought she was being dramatic. Silence. Cold silence. You thought she was being dramatic? She's always dramatic. How was I supposed to know this time was real? She's been telling you something was wrong for weeks. And you ignored her? I didn't ignore her. I just thought she was exaggerating. While she was throwing up blood? While she lost 15 pounds? You thought that was exaggerating? I didn't know about the blood until today. Because you weren't listening. Like always. He hung up. The tests came back. Chloe had a severe autoimmune disease. Attacking her digestive system. Her organs. Her body destroying itself. Life-threatening. Requiring immediate treatment. Long-term hospitalization. How long has she been symptomatic? The doctor asked. A few weeks. Maybe a month. She says longer. She says she's been telling you for months that something was wrong. I felt defensive. Attacked. She complains about everything. I didn't know this time was serious. Early intervention could have prevented some of this damage. Her condition is quite advanced. Are you saying this is my fault? I'm saying delay in treatment made things worse. She needed medical attention months ago. Henry arrived. Went straight to Chloe's room. Stayed with her. Held her hand while she cried. I stood in the hallway. Watching. Feeling like the outsider. The bad parent. The one who didn't believe her. 3 days into hospitalization, Chloe wasn't improving. Needed stronger treatment. More invasive procedures. She'll be here for weeks. Maybe months, the doctor said. She needs support. Comfort. This is traumatic for a 17-year-old. I'm here every day, I said. Defensive. And her father is here every night. That's good. She needs both of you. But Chloe didn't want me there. Made it clear. Can Dad stay instead of Mom? I'm your mother. I'm staying. I want Dad. Please. Your father has to work. I'm here. Deal with it. Henry and I worked out a schedule. I'd be there during the day. He'd come after work. We'd coordinate around his work schedule. But Chloe was miserable when I was there. Barely spoke to me. Answered in one-word responses. Turned away when I tried to comfort her. Why are you being like this? I asked. Day 5. Fed up with her attitude. Like what? Cold. Distant. Rude. I'm here supporting you. You're here because you have to be. Not because you care. Of course I care. You're my daughter. You didn't care when I told you I was sick. You said I was dramatic. That I was faking. That nothing was wrong. I didn't know it was this serious. I told you it was serious. For months. You didn't listen. I'm listening now. I'm here now. That should count for something. It doesn't. Because you only care now that other people know. Now that Dad knows. Now that it's public. You don't actually care about me. That's not true. Yes, it is. You've never cared about me. Only about looking like a good mother. I left. Angry. Hurt. Attacked by my own daughter while she was in the hospital. Henry found me in the waiting room. What happened? Chloe's crying. She's being ungrateful. I'm here every day and she treats me like I'm the enemy. You are the enemy. You ignored her for months while she was dying. Now you're mad she's hurt by that? I made a mistake. I'm trying to make up for it. You can't make up for letting your daughter suffer for months because you thought she was being dramatic. So what do you want me to do? Grovel? Beg forgiveness? She's 17. She'll get over it. She's 17 and traumatized. By her illness. And by her mother's neglect. No, she won't just get over it. 2 weeks into hospitalization, a charity organization came through the hospital. Giving gifts to long-term pediatric patients. Books. Games. Headphones. Small comforts for kids going through medical trauma. Chloe got headphones. Bluetooth. Expensive. Nice quality. Purple. Her favorite color. She was so happy. First time I'd seen her smile in weeks. Look, Mom. They're purple. And they're Bluetooth. I can listen to music without wires. That's nice. Who gave them to you? The charity lady. She said every kid gets something. I got headphones. They're so nice. They're fine. Don't lose them. I won't. I love them. I'm going to use them every day. And she did. Wore them constantly. Listening to music. Audiobooks. Podcasts. Anything to distract from the medical procedures. The pain. The fear. Those headphones became her comfort item. Her escape. Her one source of joy in the hospital. For 3 weeks, Chloe wore those headphones. Everywhere. During treatments. During recovery. During visiting hours. Henry loved them. I'm so glad you have those. Makes this easier, right? So much easier? I can just tune out when things hurt. Listen to something happy. That's perfect. Hold on to those. They're special. I hated those headphones. Because Chloe wore them when I visited. Ignoring me. Tuning me out. Take those off when I'm talking to you. I can hear you. They're not that loud. Take them off. It's rude. Fine. She'd take them off. Talk to me. Put them back on the second I stopped talking. Week 4, Henry and I had a confrontation. Hospital cafeteria. About Chloe's treatment plan. She needs to stay positive. Stop wallowing. She's not wallowing. She's dealing with a life-threatening illness. By hiding behind headphones? By ignoring everyone? That's not dealing. That's avoiding. She's 17. She's scared. She's in pain. Let her have her coping mechanism. Her coping mechanism is shutting everyone out. Especially me. Because you ignored her when she needed you. Now she doesn't trust you. So what? I'm just supposed to accept that? Let her treat me like garbage? You're supposed to be patient, understanding, supportive. Like a parent. I am being a parent. You're being the fun weekend dad. Like always. The fun weekend dad? I'm here every night. Sleeping in a chair. Missing work. Taking care of our daughter. While you complain about headphones. I'm not complaining about headphones. I'm complaining about her attitude. Her attitude is fine. Your expectations are unreasonable. We were getting loud. People staring. Henry left. I sat there. Angry. Humiliated. Embarrassed. By my ex-husband. In front of strangers. Over my daughter's attitude. I went back to Chloe's room. She was wearing the headphones. Watching something on her phone. Ignoring the world. Take those off. Now. She didn't hear me. Or pretended not to. Chloe. Take off the headphones. She looked up. Removed one ear. What? I need to talk to you. About what? About your attitude. About how you treat me. About those ridiculous headphones you're always wearing. What's wrong with my headphones? You use them to ignore me. To shut me out. To be rude. I use them to cope. With being sick. With being here. You use them to avoid dealing with reality. With me. With everything. Maybe I don't want to deal with you. Did you think of that? I'm your mother. You don't get to shut me out. You shut me out for months. When I told you I was sick. When I begged for help. You shut me out. So this is revenge? Punishing me because I made one mistake? One mistake? You let me suffer for months. Said I was faking. Called me dramatic. That's not one mistake. That's neglect. Don't use that word. I didn't neglect you. Yes, you did. And now you're mad that I don't trust you anymore. That I don't want you here. Henry walked in. Heard the tail end. What's going on? Your daughter is being disrespectful. Tell her. Henry looked at Chloe. At me. At the situation. Chloe, are you okay? I'm fine. Mom's just mad about my headphones again. Your headphones? The charity ones? Yeah. She says I use them to ignore her. Henry looked at me. Disgusted. Are you serious? You're attacking her over headphones? I'm not attacking her. I'm addressing her attitude. She's in the hospital. Fighting a life-threatening illness. And you're worried about headphones? I'm worried about her shutting me out. Using those headphones as a barrier. Maybe you're the problem. Not the headphones. Excuse me? You heard me. You ignored her when she was sick. Now you're attacking her for coping. You're the problem. We argued. In front of Chloe. In front of nurses. In front of other patients' families. Loud. Ugly. Public. Everything I hated. Public humiliation. People seeing my failures. My ex-husband embarrassing me. In front of our daughter. I snapped. Give me those headphones. What? No. They're mine. Give them to me. Now. You clearly can't handle having them. They're making you disrespectful. They're not making me anything. They're just headphones. Give them to me or I'm taking them. Henry stepped between us. Don't. Don't you dare. She's my daughter. I can discipline her however I want. She's in the hospital. Seriously ill. You're not taking away her comfort item because you're embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed. I'm being a parent. No. You're being vindictive. Leave her alone. I left. Furious. Humiliated. Hating Henry. Hating Chloe. Hating those stupid headphones. The next day, I came back. Chloe was sleeping. The headphones were on her bedside table. Charging. Purple. Expensive. The symbol of everything wrong between us. I picked them up. Looked at them. All the rage. All the humiliation. All the resentment. And I broke them. Bent them until they snapped. Threw them in the trash. Covered them with tissues so no one would see. Destroyed the one thing that brought my daughter comfort. Because I was embarrassed. Because I was angry. Because I could. When Chloe woke up, she looked for them. Where are my headphones? I don't know. You probably lost them. I didn't lose them. They were right here. Charging. Well, they're not here now. Maybe a nurse moved them. She searched. Under the bed. In drawers. Asked nurses. No one had seen them. Mom, did you take them? Why would I take your headphones? Because you hate them. Because you said they made me disrespectful. I didn't take your headphones. Stop accusing me. But she knew. I could see it in her face. She knew I'd taken them. Destroyed them. You did. You took them. Where are they? I don't have your headphones. Drop it. Give them back. They're mine. The charity gave them to me. I said I don't have them. Stop being dramatic. Henry came in that evening. Chloe told him immediately. Mom took my headphones. She broke them. She threw them away. Henry looked at me. Is that true? No. She lost them. Now she's blaming me. Chloe doesn't lose things. Did you take her headphones? I didn't take anything. She's lying, Chloe said. Crying now. She took them. I know she did. They were right here and now they're gone. Henry checked the trash. Found them. Broken. Destroyed. Hidden under tissues. He held them up. You broke them? You broke her headphones and threw them away. She was being disrespectful. I had to do something. She's in the hospital. Seriously ill. And you destroyed her comfort item because you were embarrassed? She was using them to shut me out. To be rude. To ignore me. So you broke them? Instead of being an adult? Instead of talking to her? I tried talking. She wouldn't listen. This got her attention. Henry was shaking. Gap. Excuse me? Gap. Leave. Don't come back until you can act like a parent instead of a child. You can't kick me out. I'm her mother. And I'm her father. And I'm telling you to leave. Before I call security. I looked at Chloe. Crying. Devastated. Betrayed. I'm sorry. I'll replace them. Get out, Henry repeated. Now. I left. Angry. Defensive. Convinced I was right. The next day, I called Chloe. I'll buy you new headphones. Better ones. Whatever you want. I don't want new headphones. I want the ones you destroyed. I can't unbreak them. But I can get you better ones. They were special. The charity gave them to me. During the worst time of my life. And you destroyed them because you were embarrassed. I wasn't embarrassed. I was trying to teach you respect. By destroying something I loved? That's not teaching. That's abuse. Don't use that word. I didn't abuse you. You destroyed my property. While I was in the hospital. Because you were mad at Dad. That's abuse. You're being dramatic. As usual. I'm not being dramatic. I'm being honest. You're a bad mother. You always have been. I'm done pretending otherwise. She hung up. I didn't call back. Because I was angry. Because she called me a bad mother. Because she was ungrateful. I'd offered to replace the headphones. What more did she want? Part 2, the daughter WHO left. 3 days after I destroyed the headphones, Chloe was discharged. Stable enough for home care. Still needed treatment. But could leave the hospital. She can stay with either parent, the doctor said. Wherever she feels most comfortable. I assumed she'd come to my house. Her primary residence. Her home. I was wrong. I want to stay with Dad. You live with me. You should come home. Dad's house is my home. That's where I'm going. Chloe, don't be ridiculous. Your room is at my house. Your things are at my house. I don't care. I'm not going back there. Yes, you are. I'm your mother. You live with me. Henry interrupted. She can stay with me. It's fine. It's not fine. She's being dramatic. Punishing me over headphones. She's choosing where she feels safe. Respected. Cared for. That's not with you. You're turning her against me. You turned her against you. By ignoring her illness. By destroying her property. By prioritizing your ego over her well-being. Chloe went home with Henry. I went home alone. Called my lawyer. My daughter is refusing to come home. She wants to stay with her father. Can I force her? How old is she? 17. Almost 18. At 17, judges typically consider the child's preference. If she wants to live with her father, it's likely the court will allow it. Even if I have primary custody? Even then. Especially if she can articulate valid reasons for the preference. What if her reasons aren't valid? What if she's just being dramatic? What are her reasons? She thinks I ignored her when she was sick. She's mad I threw away some headphones. That's it. You threw away her belongings? While she was hospitalized? They were just headphones? I offered to replace them. That might be considered vindictive behavior. The judge may side with her, especially given her medical situation. So I just lose my daughter? Over headphones? You may lose custody over a pattern of behavior. The headphones are just one incident. If there's a pattern of dismissiveness, neglect, or vindictive behavior, the judge will consider that. I hung up. Furious. Terrified. Realizing I might actually lose her. 2 weeks after Chloe left the hospital, I demanded she come back to my house. You need to come home. Face consequences. Be punished like a good girl. Then we can move forward. Henry called me. Are you insane? Excuse me? You want to punish Chloe? For what? Being sick? For your behavior? For her disrespect. Her attitude? Her refusal to come home. She's recovering from a life-threatening illness. And you want to punish her? I want to discipline her. Teach her that actions have consequences. What actions? She's done nothing wrong. She's refused to come home. Been disrespectful. Turned you against me. I turned against you all on my own. When you broke her headphones. When you ignored her illness. When you prioritized yourself over her. I'm her mother. I deserve respect. You're an adult who destroyed a sick child's property out of spite. You deserve nothing. Tell her to come home. Or I'm going to court. Go ahead. Let a judge hear how you broke her charity headphones while she was in the hospital. See how that goes. I didn't go to court. Because I knew he was right. A judge would side with Chloe. Instead, I waited. Convinced she'd come back. Apologize. Beg forgiveness. She didn't. 1 month after leaving the hospital, Chloe started online school. From Henry's house. Not mine. She should be at my house. Finishing school in her own district. She's finishing school online. Location doesn't matter. It matters to me. I'm her mother. Then act like it. Apologize. Replace the headphones. Make amends. I offered to replace them. She refused. Because she doesn't want replacements. She wants acknowledgement. Accountability. An apology. For what? Disciplining my own child? For destroying her property. For ignoring her illness. For being vindictive and cruel. I wasn't cruel. I was being a parent. No. You were being a bully. And now you've lost your daughter because of it. 2 months gone, Chloe's 18th birthday came. I wasn't invited to celebrate. Saw photos on social media. Henry's house. His family. Friends. Cake. Presents. Smiles. No me. Like I didn't exist. I called. I'm your mother. I should have been invited to your birthday. You weren't invited because I don't want you in my life. I'm your mother. You can't just exclude me. Yes, I can. I'm 18. I can choose who I associate with. I choose not to associate with you. Over headphones? You're ruining our relationship over headphones? Not over headphones. Over years of dismissiveness. Of prioritizing yourself. Of making everything about you. The headphones were just the final straw. I apologize. For the headphones. For everything. Can we move forward? No. Because you don't mean it. You're apologizing because you lost control. Not because you're actually sorry. I am sorry. I made mistakes. I want to fix this. You can't fix this. You broke something that can't be repaired. We're done. She hung up. Blocked my number. Blocked me on social media. Cut me off completely. 3 months after Chloe left, I tried showing up at Henry's house. Unannounced. Henry answered. You can't be here. I need to see my daughter. Your daughter doesn't want to see you. She's my child. I have rights. She's 18. She has rights too. Including the right to refuse contact. This is kidnapping. You're keeping her from me. She's an adult. Living here by choice. That's not kidnapping. Chloe appeared behind him. Mom, leave. Chloe, please. Let's talk. Work this out. There's nothing to work out. You ignored me when I was sick. Destroyed my property when I was vulnerable. Refused to apologize sincerely. We're done. I apologized. Multiple times. You apologize for getting caught. Not for what you did. That's not a real apology. What do you want from me? Groveling? Begging? Tell me what to do and I'll do it. I want you to leave me alone. That's what I want. Can you do that? I couldn't. Because she was my daughter. My only child. I couldn't just give up. But she gave up on me. Completely. Permanently. 6 months after Chloe turned 18, she moved out. Got her own apartment. Started community college. Built a life. Without me. Without my help. Without my presence. I tried visiting. She wouldn't let me in. You're trespassing. Leave or I'm calling the police. I'm your mother. You're a person who gave birth to me. That doesn't make you my mother. Leave. I tried calling from different numbers. She recognized my voice. Hung up immediately. I tried sending letters. They came back unopened. Returned to sender. I tried reaching out through relatives. They refused to help. Chloe's made her wishes clear. Respect them. 1 year after destroying the headphones, I hired a therapist. My daughter won't speak to me. Because of something I did when she was in the hospital. What did you do? I broke her headphones. She got them from a charity. They were special to her. I broke them because I was angry. Why were you angry? She was being disrespectful. Using them to ignore me. My ex-husband embarrassed me in front of people. So you broke her property? While she was hospitalized? Yes. I offered to replace them. She refused. Now she won't speak to me. It sounds like the headphones are symbolic. Of a larger pattern. What pattern? Of dismissiveness. Of prioritizing your feelings over hers. The headphones represented something important to her. Comfort during trauma. And you destroyed them because you were embarrassed. So what do I do? You genuinely apologize. Without excuses. Without expecting forgiveness. You acknowledge the harm. Take full responsibility. And respect her boundaries. And if she still won't forgive me? Then you accept that. Because forgiveness is her choice. Not your right. I tried. Wrote a letter. Detailed. Apologetic. Honest. Chloe, I'm sorry. Truly sorry. Not for getting caught. But for what I did. I ignored your illness. Dismissed your pain. Prioritized my ego over your well-being. When you needed comfort, I destroyed the one thing that helped. Because I was embarrassed. Because I was angry. Because I was selfish. You were right to leave. Right to protect yourself. Right to cut me off. I don't expect forgiveness. I don't deserve it. But I want you to know, I see my failures now. I understand what I destroyed. And I'm sorry. I love you. I always will. Even if you never speak to me again. Mom. Send it to Henry's house. Asked him to forward it. He did. It came back 1 week later. Opened. Read. With a response. I read your letter. I appreciate the apology. But it doesn't change anything. You ignored me for months while I was dying. You destroyed my property when I was at my most vulnerable. You refused to take accountability for years. One letter doesn't erase that. Doesn't fix the damage. Doesn't make me trust you again. I've built a life without you. A good life. With people who respect me. Support me. Prioritize my well-being. I don't need you in it. I don't want you in it. This is my boundary. Please respect it. Chloe. That was 2 years ago. I haven't contacted her since. Because she asked me not to. Because respecting her boundary was the only thing I could do for her. 3 years after destroying the headphones, Henry got remarried. Posted photos. Chloe was in the wedding party. Smiling. Healthy. Happy. With her dad. His new wife. His family. People who loved her. Supported her. Believed her. Without me. I wasn't invited. Wasn't mentioned. Wasn't part of the celebration. Like I'd never existed. 4 years gone now, Chloe is 21. Graduated from community college. Working full-time. Living independently. Has a boyfriend. Friends. A life. All visible on social media profiles I can see but can't interact with. She looks happy. Really happy. Genuinely happy. Without me. Because of not having me. Henry posted on her birthday. So proud of this incredible young woman. You've overcome so much. Built such an amazing life. Love you. The comments filled with love. Friends. Family. Henry's wife. Everyone supporting her. No mention of me. Like I'd never been part of her life. Last month, I saw Chloe in public. Coffee shop. Accidental. She saw me. Face went cold. Looked away. Pretended I wasn't there. I wanted to approach. Apologize again. Beg for another chance. But I didn't. Because she'd asked me not to. Because respecting her boundary was all I had left. I sat alone. Watching my daughter. Living her life. Without me. And realized I destroyed our relationship over headphones. Over ego. Over pride. Over being embarrassed in front of my ex-husband. Over refusing to admit I was wrong. And now I live with that. Every day. Forever. I teach parenting classes now. About accountability. About vindictiveness. About pride versus parenting. My daughter was hospitalized at 17, I tell them. Fighting for her life. A charity gave her headphones. They brought her comfort during trauma. I destroyed them. Broke them and threw them away. Because I was embarrassed. Because I was angry at my ex-husband. Because I couldn't handle my daughter coping in a way I didn't approve of. She left. Went to live with her father. Never came back. Cut me off completely. 4 years later, she's 21. Successful. Happy. Healthy. Without me in her life. Because I prioritized my ego over her well-being. Because I was vindictive when I should have been supportive. Because I destroyed something precious to prove a point. Don't be me. Don't let pride destroy your relationship with your child. Don't be vindictive when they're vulnerable. Don't prioritize being right over being kind. Because once they're gone, they may never come back. And you'll live with that loss forever. I show them Chloe's social media. Her success. Her happiness. Her life without me. This is what vindictiveness costs. Your child. Forever. If you're reading this and you're angry at your child, don't act on it vindictively. My daughter was hospitalized at 17. Got charity headphones that brought her comfort. I destroyed them because I was embarrassed in front of my ex. She left. Never came back. Cut me off at 18. Built a life without me. 4 years later, she's thriving. Happy. Successful. And I'm not part of any of it. That's what vindictiveness costs. What pride costs. What ego costs. Your child. Permanently. Don't be me. Choose your child over your pride. Before it's too late. Like it is for me.